Hey guys, we're here with Built Different, and it's episode 3, the importance of muscle recovery. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section. Um, if not, we're gonna get right into it. So, if there's nothing so far, all right, let's just get into it. So, we're gonna get to the means first. Um, here we go. So, this is today. You're at the gym, you're feeling good. Feel like you could conquer the world. And then, 30 minutes after you go home, you're just completely out of a pump and you don't feel like you conquer the world. This sucks. I wish, having a pump would last a little longer, but hey, I guess, it is what it is. Next one. Um, this is nothing, against people who wear gloves, but I mean, come on. When people complain about how their hands hurt during a workout, you get the glove starter pack. Um, Guys, just get calluses on your hands. It's fine. If you're worried about the calluses, just use some lotion. I mean, working hands actually is the best. Like the brand. Um, I don't know. I've never had a problem really with calloused hands, but I guess some people care, and I don't understand why. Um, we got the Spectrum here. Um, Especially for people who don't skip leg day. And this is for the ladies too if you want to grow your butt. The simpletons going that you just do more squats to have a nice butt, which is true. And then you have all the normies in the middle. You also need side lunges, walking lunges, Bulgarian split squats. Ugh. Um, Pause squats, hamstring curls, abductor exercises, and hip thrusts. I will give them that. Hip thrusts, they are very efficient to grow your butt, but um, you got the smarter guys just saying do more squats, which is true. Um, you just need squats, guys. Maybe sprinkle some hip thrusts, but everything else, it doesn't really target your butt. Um, Walking lunges, you're typically gonna target your quads. You're typically gonna target your quads on Bulgarian split squats. Um, Pause squats, it doesn't really, matter. You're still doing a squat, I guess. Hamstring curls, that has nothing to do with your butt. It's in the name, hamstring curls. And then abductor exercises, you're gonna get, your thighs going again and the inside of your thighs. So again, nothing to do with your butt. And hip thrusts, which will target your butt. I mean, you're squeezing your butt. It's the top range of a squat. So those will effectively get your butt burning. Um, Granted, to do these exercises in the middle to actually target your glutes, you just have to lean forward a little bit. Stop going down at a 90-degree angle and start pushing your knee over your toes a little bit. Especially when doing like any type of lunge, then it'll actually engage your butt to do a butt exercise. Um, but most people don't do that. So if you want to incorporate everything, just make sure you know the position to actually target those glutes. Another one, I hate when this happens. Seeing high protein on a product, and you're like, ooh, I need some protein for the day. That's not, eating a bunch of chicken, but it only has 4 grams per serving. Yeah, that's it's a shame. Um, Especially when you're typically used to like 20 grams per serving. I mean, that's a standard protein shake, but you get burnt out of protein shakes. I just wish someone would make a better, like, whole food or like, um, what's it called? Non-liquid food. Something chewable that actually has more than 4 grams. um, this one was pretty good. Me explaining how to stretch, meditate, the importance of hypertrophy. That is one of the most important drivers of growth, and choosing exercises that challenge your muscles. In the lengthened portion of the range of motion, um, it's a great way to improve gains. And we all know this guy in the gym just talking to a girl about how her butt's not growing because she's not doing squats. She's doing all these other bullcrap exercises. Is this the nope? This is why I kind of don't like fitness apps. This app is literally saying to drink up to half your body weight. I'd have to drink 110 pounds of water. I don't think that's happening. um, yeah, I don't know what these fitness apps are on, but they're they're on one nowadays. It's so wild how you can actually like suggest this to someone. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Um, oh, these I saw the first couple. I didn't watch the whole video, but some of these were funny. So we'll get into people. Not there. I don't think anyone gets injured. I think one person gets injured, but it's not serious. Um, it's just like a whack with a rubber band. But here we go. The bar just breaks. By the way, he had so much weight on there. What is that? 45, 1, 2. Let's see how much is on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5? 545. That's a fuck ton of weight. He just breaks the bar. Imagine being able to lift that much. That is ridiculous. I don't even think I could be able to get this one day. That's a ton of weight. Oh, right here. Why is he using straps? I don't. I have no clue why he's using straps instead of the metal bars. No idea.
You take the risk. Sure, you may fail.
He goes flying. That's oh, I paused it on the wrong time. Oops. This has happened to me. Doing the freaking pull-ups in the door frame. This is impressive though. Just even with the band, it takes a lot of core to hold yourself up. But it always happens. I always fall. These never are stable enough to hold me. Just Ah, I've had the band snap on me multiple times. It sucks. It's worse than getting whipped with a wet towel. It it hurts so bad. I don't understand how all of these machines are just falling over. Are they just not anchoring them in gyms or in your home onto the ground? I don't understand. Also, it's not like it's that much weight. I don't know. But yeah. You're going from deadlift PR and when you're grinding it out an all-time deadlift max and suddenly you see bright lights. Yeah. This is it's not a good feeling. Um you guys ever seen the Eddie Hall where he's going for the all-time deadlift max and he just starts bleeding through, oh, whoops. He just starts bleeding through his nose. Yeah, that's too much. Um your body tells you it's too much. But I wish I had the meme of Achilles, the Brad Pitt one, where he's like, "That's why no one will remember your name. Keep trying to lift." When you, oh boy, when you lift so heavy, it takes ages to put back all the plates. This is annoying. Um, suffering from success. Being able to lift quite a lot, it does get annoying racking back the plates, especially on the leg press, because you can start maxing out the leg press pretty easily, and you got to put like 18-20 plates back onto the racks. It takes forever, and on top of that, you're already tired, so it's not very fun. Um, this is me today at the gym. My muscles going, yay! I'm gonna get big and strong. And my joints and tendons were just like, dude, go screw yourself. Um, it's it was definitely supposed to be a recovery day for me, but didn't want to. Should have listened though to my body. More leg day stuff. I mean, this is pretty accurate.
Do you hear me? I'm not
Let me try to full screen it. No, it didn't help much.
afraid anymore.
Split spots. Always come against you. And you just switch back to bench press. I thought this was cool. I wish it started. Why is it not starting in the? Oh well, he's copying his dad. You gotta start him off young, man. You gotta start him off young. And then this is gonna be pretty important. Screw how much you're benching, squatting, or deadlifting. The biggest lift is actually lifting yourself up and going to the gym, because it is hard sometimes. Especially when your body needs a recovery. Hence, topic for today. You definitely need. Oops. You definitely need the recovery days, even if you do go to the gym. Maybe just lighten the load. Take extra time to stretch. Don't always go to the gym and lift heavy. Mix it up a little bit. What? You guys have any questions? Go ahead. Leave them in. Doesn't look like it. Alright. We'll get into the main topic then. So, recovery and why it's important. Most of the time, we're trying to recover because we're trying to build the muscle, right? We lift all day to tear the muscle, and then We usually just sleep, eat, and our body does the recovery itself, but sometimes you need to add a little bit more recovery consciously. And here is the reasons why and how to like diagnose the signs of overtraining. This is how you you realize that over time, maybe in a day that you're not feeling so well, it could be because you're overtraining. You know, a sign of that could be decreased performance over, you know, a week. You're just not lifting as heavy. You can't break through a PR. You feel tired even at the gym. You just be overtraining. And on those days, just go to the gym, but instead of, you know, lifting heavy, as I said, tone it down a little bit, maybe stretch it a little bit more. You could have increased resting heart rate and or blood pressure from overtraining. Decreased body weight in an unhealthy way. You could be dropping weight too quickly, and your body's not used to it, and then your body goes, "Hey, man, I actually need calories to live. I can't be dropping weight this quickly, because I can't function. Like, your brain can't function without having calories, and without your brain functioning, you can't live or do proper recovery." Reduced appetite or loss of appetite, and possibly nausea. Losing weight in general will reduce your appetite, just because your stomach is shrinking, but this is the extent of like, oh man, I am feeling sick from overtraining. Disrupted or disturbed sleep patterns and the ability to attain restful sleep. We all have those nights where we just toss and turn, get up at night, can't, you know, we wake up from actually being able to go to sleep and we just don't feel so well. Behind me, I actually got some sleep cycles for later in the stream, but we'll come back to that. Muscle soreness. It's gonna happen. You know, this is one of the common signs of, you know, weightlifting in general, or working out, or doing physical activity. Reduced motivation. You know, on those days where you just don't want to go to the gym. Go to the gym, but again, stretch, do accessory lifts. Maybe you haven't done band exercises. It's not the most glorious thing in the world to do. Doesn't feel like you're doing much, but it's still, you're still gonna work out without having a stressful load. Alrighty. Understanding recovery. Eat, sleep, train, repeat, constantly striving to get bigger, stronger, faster, or slimmer. But is there a point to where there's too much training that it becomes harmful? Many recognize the need for recovery after exercise, but do we understand what it takes to fully recover and whether we actually achieve that state? We hear terms like overtraining and non-functional overreaching, and wonder why do they get so much attention today. It's because most of the time people just want to hear, oh, I need a recovery day. Most of the time you don't really need a recovery day. It's just your excuse to go, oh, I've been training, I need a recovery day because I don't want to go to the gym. So do you actually understand what your body needs, or is it just you being, you know, a whiner? Types of recovery. There are immediate recovery, which happens in the short time between successive efforts, between repetitions within a set of bicep curls. So you curl, and then you let go. There's damage that happens to your muscle. Your body's going to immediately try to repair it. There's short-term recovery, which happens between sets. You know, you're done, you're waiting. The blood is trying to get to the muscle to give it nutrients, water, something to recover, and to pump out the lactic acid. This happens between intervals of sprints or weight training sets. And then what we all generally know is the training recovery, which happens between workouts and competitions. So I worked out for the day, I'm going to rest that muscle overnight, and then tomorrow I'm going to do a different muscle. So again, I have another day of recovery on that muscle. Monitoring your recovery should be something that you're doing, again, in a workout journal. How did you feel that day? How did the workout yesterday affect how you're doing today? We should be doing active recovery. 2 studies highlight the value of active recovery, which typically uses movements ranging from spurts of anaerobic activity to very light intensity activity. So, still going to the gym and doing something. The idea is to accelerate the removal of lactic and hydrogen from muscles while stimulating blood flow and signaling proteins into the localized tissue so that you can get recovery. And one of these is massages. It'll get blood flow. One of the most important things of massages is the blood flow that it provides. It loosens up the muscle, gets everything relaxed so that you're not as tight. Your muscle goes, I can function. I'm not worried about trying to hold on to nutrients or water, or how am I going to be able to repair this damage. It also helps with your nervous system. It tells your nervous system, hey, we're okay, calm down, we can start working properly again. Compression. Usually during you see a bunch of athletes wearing compression sleeves, compression pants. This is to stimulate blood flow and get nutrients and water to the affected areas so that you can A, work out longer, B, in the immediate recovery that your muscles need to function and give you the energy to continue competition or the workout. And where is it? Where is it? Oh, it'll help, reduce muscle stiffness and increase venous and lymphatic flow to the muscle, oxygenation, and accelerate recovery while also improving performance. So again, just getting the lactic acid out and getting nutrients and water to the muscle. Cryotherapy, I haven't heard much about this. I've heard of cold baths and stuff, but not cryotherapy in general. Cryotherapy temporarily reduces muscle temperature, stimulating vasoconstriction and reducing inflammation and pain. Oh, that right there, inflammation and pain reduction. Everyone always wants it. Typically the ice bath to reduce inflammation. I would say don't do this every day, because your muscles actually need to learn how to function under inflammation and pain. And nowadays you see a lot of athletes in general getting hurt. One of my opinions is because they're always taking ice baths, and their bodies don't know how to function when inflamed and under pain. They never learn to adapt to that stress. But critics of cryotherapy point to an overall slowing of normal regenerative inflammation and an increasing risk of further injury from extended uh, exposure of skin and nerves to cold temperature. So try to limit how much you do. I would say cryotherapy, try to do it after competition. Typically because competition is more strenuous than practice is on your body. So you're not having to damage yourself, damage yourself in the skin and nerves as often. Hydrotherapy, I have never even considered this. The cardiovascular system responds to hydrotherapy, water immersion, by changing the heart rate. I did not know this. Which blood flow and resistance to flow. It also changes the temperature of your skin, muscles, and core, influencing inflammation, immune function, and muscle soreness, and percentage of fatigue. So, I wonder why it does this. These techniques have been extensively examined and appear to have some benefit, although CWI, contrast water therapy, demonstrate greater benefits than hot water immersion. Okay, so just cold water then helps more than hot water. I think that's going to be because you decrease inflammation. Okay, so cold water immersion demonstrated lower perceptions of muscle soreness and smaller decrements in muscle strength 24 and 48 hours post exercise versus contrast water therapy. Okay. Not bad. I'll have to look more into hydrotherapy to understand it. Sleep. Everyone loves sleep. I love sleep. Actually, I hate it because I want to do everything and I want to be the most efficient person possible. But once I do fall asleep, I love it. I have a hard time actually getting up out of bed. The fields of health and medicine recognize the importance of sleep upon overall health and wellness. Sleep and recovery depend on two vital data points. Basal sleep, which is the amount the body needs every night to recover. So sleep cycles, I'm going to go into this real quick. And sleep debt, which accumulates if we do not get our basal sleep every night. So we typically start to have better function and better recovery after getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, and the effects of recovery start to really ramp up after you get at least 2 weeks of proper sleep. For the first 2 weeks, it's gonna be difficult because you have to time it. So with sleep cycles in general, we have right here. I just relatively put 9 hours because if you're getting more than 9 hours, that's awesome. But it's just diminishing returns. Typically, you have 4 stages. Well, technically 5 stages to falling asleep and waking up. So when you first fall asleep, you go through stage 1, and I have hours down here. You're going to go into sleep relatively easily. usually takes about 5 minutes to actually fall asleep. And then you go into light sleep. You're gonna work your way down to deep sleep. Now, this is not a full sleep cycle. You actually have to come up out of deep sleep back into light sleep. That's technically one sleep cycle. One sleep cycle is typically 90 minutes, and you can go through multiple points of sleep. Typically in a full sleep night, you're gonna go through 6 stages of light sleep, 10 stages of stage 2. I haven't seen any stage names for it. They just call it stage 2. You're gonna have 3 points of contact in stage 3, and then only 4 points of contacts in deep sleep. So this is point 1, point 2. You're gonna come after 90 minutes. You're gonna come back down into deep sleep. Oop, that's gotta be around 3 hours. So back into deep, come up into light sleep again, and you typically only get two contacts of deep sleep at the deepest point throughout 9 hours, and then you're going to tail off into not getting as deep coming up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then in the light sleep, coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and awake. So this is roughly what a sleep cycle looks like. If you get 9 hours, I generally like to get at least, if you're gonna have a short night of sleep, at least get 3 hours, because that puts you through 2 sleep cycles. And you wake up. You want to try to wake up closer to stage 1 and the awake / falling asleep stage, just because it'll be easier to wake up. We all have those days where we just wake up and we're like, ugh. Your body is just absolutely demolished, and you feel groggy for the entire day. That's because you're waking up in deep sleep. You want to try to limit waking up in deep sleep. The best comparison I can make is your body is going from the hot tub in deep sleep. You can think about it. You're in the hot tub. This is like the most relaxed, like your body feels great. And then instead of gradually coming out of the hot tub to cool off, you go from deep sleep to jumping out into the pool that's ice freaking cold, right? Your body just doesn't like the disruption, and that's why you're just like, ugh, for the rest of the day. So try to time when you go into bed on the sleep cycles, which are typically 90 minutes each cycle. So, if sleep debt piles up, rising stress and cortisol accumulation in the body will impair recovery and threaten our health. Considering how much psycho-emotional stress people deal with every day, trainers should take time to inventory the stress their clients or athletes face. And you should as well. You should be tracking this down in your notebook. You could make this diagram too, right in your notebook. Where did I wake up in the sleep cycle? How did I feel at that point? and what times I should go to bed, and then try to set my alarm to wake up. And we're gonna go to my tips next for muscle recovery. These are just more basic tips, and one of them that wasn't mentioned in the article was eating plenty of protein. Since you're doing physical activity and damaging those muscles, your body has to have protein to replace or build the proteins, like your building block, to increase your muscle size. The funny thing about eating protein and muscle recovery is it'll take that protein that you ate, break it down into the 9 amino acids that make a protein, and then ship it up to the area that was damaged, and then put all of those amino acids back together into your body that was injured. It's the most redundant thing ever your body could do, but I don't know. We do it. Another good thing to do is consume anti-inflammatory foods and hydrate. This is gonna get also your weight down because your body's not holding on to as much stuff. And you can eat omega-3 fatty acids. No, you're not gonna really gain that much weight from it. Don't worry about it. Foods found with omega-3 that are high in omega-3, like fish, salmon, tree nuts, and seeds. I would say don't go overboard on the seeds part. Just because like seed oils start to get into the mix. You don't want too much of that, but seed oil consumption usually just it's more of the adding it, like cooking with seed oils. It's too much. 3, stretch after you work out. You don't have to stretch immediately after working out. A lot of people do. I recommend, an hour after. But you can stretch for about 10 minutes after your workout to help your muscles transition to a resting phase. Typically, if you do a workout, you go home, you start watching TV or, sitting there reading a book, stretch out a little bit. It's just a passive thing you can do. My biggest concern with stretching is I've done quite a bit of research on stretching before working out, and it seems that it's detrimental because stretching tears your muscles in general. So why would we want to tear them before working out? I've heard that it leads to you being able to lift less. So my recommendation is just doing warm-up exercises. For example, if you're going to deadlift, instead of, doing hamstring stretches, do like an explosive exercise. Say jumping. Just a warm, like, body weight squat jumps to warm that muscle up so that do an incredibly amount of damage, like stretching to it. Also stretching before workouts, since you're stretching your muscles, they're going to be pretty relaxed, and when you go to deadlift, that hamstring is going to go from pretty loose to immediately contracted, and most of the time your body doesn't like that. So like my leg day routine for warm-ups is I walk on my toes, I walk on my heels, I open the gate with my hips, I close the gate with my hips. I'll do a bridge for my back to warm it up a little bit. So I don't typically stretch before workouts. I stretch after them or the day after. Just a little bit of what I do. Before, have active recovery days. Like I said, go to the gym and do light to low intensity exercises that can be done on days when you're not training, or when you are training in the gym, you're just not, again, training heavy. This can include gentle yoga, walking, cycling, or other anaerobic activities that are not too straining. Again, one of the ones that I usually do are the bands, like band pull bars, especially in your rotator cuff and your chest. It opens it up. My personal favorite, ice baths. They feel great, but again, don't do them all the time because they can lead to skin damage, nervous system damage. So just after, you know, those big PR days, go ahead. Or maybe you just you know, did a lot of intensity, like you did a lot of reps. Maybe you did, you know, a lot would be 5 sets of 10. That's quite a bit for a muscle. And if you do, you know, 6 of them or a certain area, say you do 6 exercises of 5 sets of 10 reps on your bicep, take a nice bath or a shower. I like cold showers. It's, you know, relatively cold. It's not absolutely freezing, but I'd say the hot and cold are both at the same position. And then number 6, massage and foam roll. Honestly, you could get anyone to massage you. You don't actually have to go to a massage like clinic. Just have someone work it out. It doesn't, you know, don't make it weird. And then foam rolling. It's kind of like massaging. You can do it yourself easier. Okay. Oh, that fell. Yeah, anyways, foam rolling it's just something that is a little bit less stressful than stretching itself. And again, you can passively just foam roll. You know, while you're on your phone. I'm always on my phone at the gym, foam rolling. It's just easy. I would set a timer because sometimes you end up foam rolling for 45 minutes and you're like, oh crap, I actually have to exercise. But that is it for today. Unless you guys have questions. And nope. Doesn't look like any questions. If you guys do have questions, though, leave a comment on the video, so I can go over anything you guys want to in the next stream. It's been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on Wednesday at 5 o'clock for the next stream. Have a good one, guys.